crypto and Bitcoin prices. How will it fare after the Fed rate hike this week? This is my prediction, not financial advice. Anything that people predict, we don't have a crystal ball. We are just guessing, but based on past data, basically. So essentially, I believe it's going to be a 25 basis point hike. Some people are thinking it's 50 because they want to control inflation. Other people are thinking that they're going to pause. If they pause, we're definitely going up. But I don't think that's going to happen. Jerome Powell has signaled that he's going to go ahead with 25 basis points, even as they try to backstop banks. So that's basically what's going on right now. So 25-point interest rate hike, how will that affect it? That will actually come out Wednesday, 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, and we're all going to be watching that, or at least paying attention to it, and it'll happen during Wednesday's stream. So catch that. But what will actually happen after a 25 basis point hike? I believe Bitcoin for Thursday and Friday will probably go down just a tad bit, maybe back to 26,000, 25,000, and then bounce back up to 28, 20, 27, 28, and maybe finish March at around 30,000. We'll probably get stuck around 30,000 again, and that's kind of how I think we'll actually finish this month. Why do I think that? I look at the last couple of rate hikes. Right after the rate hike, it always goes down a little bit because the interest rate did actually rise and the market has to adjust. Treasuries, short-term treasuries at least, rises a little bit. And that makes short-term treasuries slightly more lucrative, which is actually competition for crypto. Remember, these are 1 or 2 year treasuries. You get maybe 6% on them or something. I don't exactly know what the rate is right now. And it's basically safe money. As they keep rising because of the interest rates, it's going to be more and more competitive for crypto. So a little bit of money will flow out right after the rate hike, but I do believe that in the time that follows, it will bounce back either over the weekend or over next week, assuming that nothing else fails. Now, I do think we will actually be rising going into March and April unless the Fed fails to backstop banks, but I don't think that'll happen. You know why? Because the Fed's preparing somehow to come up with $18 trillion. Now, they're not going to print $18 trillion, but it's kind of going to be as necessary money. So they're not going to inject it into the economy. But if banks fail, they will actually use that $18 trillion to actually try to backstop whichever banks fail. They're not going to use all the 18 trillion because I doubt the big banks like JP Morgan, Bank of America are actually going to fail, but they might use some of it to backstop some of these more regional banks. I think as long as the big guys don't really fail and it's these regional banks that are kind of falling, I actually think that's good for crypto. And if a couple of them fail, I can see Bitcoin going to 40, 45,000 as people want to get into crypto just in case the banking system really starts to buckle. I don't think it'll happen, but it'll play with people's psyche, and I think that's how they'll actually react. So my own prediction for what's going to happen after the rate hike, I do believe it's going to be 25 basis points. Could be wrong about that. I do believe it's going to go down a little bit for a few days, bounce back up, and then continue its way up. Maybe get stuck at 30,000 for a while, but it will go up. In the next couple of months. So that's the news for today. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe, hit that bell notifications button. Thank you and have a nice day.